Oh, look who it is. What's up, baby? What's going on, you beauties? Good morning, good evening, good night to all the late bloomers out there. Present company included, unfortunately. But we're past that. I only squeak like twice a day now, so it's improving rapidly. Did you miss me? I'm gonna give you a second. Go in the comments right now and just say yes or no. I'll wait. Let me know if you missed me. I swear to God on everything that I love, if I see a single no in that comment section,
I'm going to have an aneurysm.
well, I'm back. My beautiful pre-wife and I went to the gorgeous country of Cyprus. If you don't know what Cyprus is, what's wrong with you? Go get a map or look on your phone. You can just look on your phone. You have an entire computer in your pocket. You know that there was a time where like we didn't have that, where you had to like actually like look at a map, or you had to actually like read a book to learn things?
I'm doing the best I can.
I mean, I didn't do it, but someone did. I mean, God, no, I love my phone. I'm never more than 5 feet away from my phone. Chronically online. Good stuff. Yeah, fun. What was I talking about? Oh, welcome to episode 38 of Classroom Horror Stories. I'm your host, Steve Harvey. No, wait, that's probably not a good thing to say. I'm Tyler Jakowski. I learned the other day that most of you don't know my first name. This weird, like, parasocial relationship that we have going on right now is, like, it needs to become more invasive. I want you guys to know my first name, middle name, last name, blood type, maybe. I actually don't know my blood type. What's my blood type? Mom, hey, what's my blood type? Oh, you don't know what my blood type is? Why am I calling? I wanted to know what my blood type was. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'll leave you. Jesus. Okay, bye. So that was fun and exciting. 38 episodes. 38 episodes. Last week we did a little compilation. I thought that was fun, and you guys always ask for more stories, but I need to be able to cram this into like under 20 minutes. But last week you got 5. So if you want a couple more of the compilations of what I think are the worst stories, you let me know. We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen. But also I want to know if you think I was wrong. If there's a story that stands out for you from the past, put it in the comment section right now. Let me know. Last but not least, before we get into it, please go subscribe. Click that little alert thing. I know it's stupid to have to say, but like if we hit 400,000, I'm gonna throw up in my lap. That's the fact of the matter. I'll throw up in my lap and I'll make it look good for once. All right, let's get into it. All right, we're gonna get right into it. This one is from somebody named Marley. As always, I read stories from the comments of past YouTube videos. So on this episode, if you wanna get featured in episode 39, put your story into the comments of this video. Hi, Mr. J, I live in Louisiana. My name's Marley. I have always wanted to go to Louisiana. I wanna go right now. I wanna go to New Orleans. I wanna go to one of those huge, like the crawfish boils where you have like a massive table and they don't even give you like a plate. They just put a tarp over the table and then they dump like 7 generations worth of crayfish and potatoes and such onto the table. Okay. You don't want to hear. Let's go. This story took place a year ago when I was in 6th grade. Fun stuff. You want to see a picture of me in 6th grade? Here you go. Thank you, Caroline, for having a stockpile of pictures of me from the worst times of my life. The first week of school, every class gets showed a video from the superintendent about school threats and the consequences for making threats. That feels like a good choice. Kids should know what's going to happen if they threaten the school. So everyone was informed of what would happen if they made a serious one, which is typically expulsion. Towards the end of the year, there was one kid who told his classmates he was going to burn the school down.
Please put that down.
Am I an idiot, or did every school that I attend, were they all made of brick?
I feel like schools aren't very flammable, to be honest. I feel like almost every school that I went to, yeah, literally, elementary school was at Holden Richmond Middle School in Danvers. It's made of brick. Then I went to St. John's Prep in Danvers. Almost everything was made of brick. Then I went to Emmanuel College in Boston, and almost every single building was made of some type of stone. You're learning way too much about me during this episode.
Is that a bad thing? We'll find out. Of course, no one believed Gillian and they thought it was funny. What? Okay, listen, I understand not believing him, but it's not funny. Nothing about it's funny. The next day, he proceeds to bring gasoline and a lighter to the school in his backpack. He was showing to students that he had told the other day and said he was gonna burn the school down. Okay? It stopped being funny. It's enough slices! Jesus! One kid told the teacher and Gillian got pulled out of class by all the administrators at my school. Isn't that crazy that, like, you have a situation where a child brought gasoline and a lighter to school and you choose Carl, the vice principal, to go handle the situation. Where if it was out in public, you would get, oh, I don't know, an officer, someone who's certified in stopping arson. But no, we get Carl, the vice principal. It's weird. After that, he didn't show up for an entire week. One day of that week, the principal comes in to tell the class that he was only suspended. He didn't get expelled because they said his cat had died and that triggered something in him to want to burn the school down. The end. Okay, let's try to make sense of that. Your cat dies. You're upset about the fact that you won't have the comfort and love of an animal. Your response to that is an attempt at burning down a school to gain you back what? What are you benefiting from? What emotional support are you being given by doing this action? None. You know what a better option would have been? Get a new cat. Christ. Oh my God, kids these days. Well, Marley, thank you for writing in. By the way, side note, I love the name Marley, and it's spelled M-A-R-L-E-E. Beautiful, love it. Marley, thanks for writing in. Let's do another one.
Woo! Grammy's first on the boat! Oh my God.
All right, story number 2. Hello, Mr. J. My name is Brittany and I live in London. I was just in London. So when you fly to Cyprus, typically you'll go from the United States to London, then London to Cyprus. So we were there for a night because we had to leave early because there are crazy storms here. Beside the point. I love London. I have so many followers from the UK. I love you all. I had a teacher named Mr. Davis who was in his first year of teaching and we always thought he would be fun to prank. Okay. I've been told I have a prankable face. I've also been told that I look easy to draw. Why do I keep admitting things to you guys? For example, one time we took his computer and factory reset it while he was out of the classroom. Apparently he had loads of important documents and pictures of loved ones who had died. So he wasn't a huge fan of that prank. You what? Holy shit. That's the story that you're not worried about telling me? That's unholy. What is wrong with you? Oh my God. How do you even know how to do that? The prank I want to tell you is a little bit better. You mean less morally acceptable? What the hell? Mr. Davis had this thing that he loved to do where while he was teaching, he would take his shoes off and teach in his socks. That actually sounds fantastic, I think. I don't know, what, do people's feet not smell anymore? Like, I would be so worried that my feet would just reek up the whole room. Well, we thought it was weird at first. Yeah, it just became part of his routine. Well, one of my friends learned that there's a psychological trick you can play on somebody by messing with their shoes. Okay. Basically, each day that he took his shoes off, we added a couple pieces of paper into the sole of his shoe. We only added it to one side. We did this every single day for the entire school year. We thought it would just throw off his balance. What ended up happening was it caused severe spinal damage because his entire body was shifted in a direction it wasn't used to. Mr. Davis ended up having to undergo reconstructive back surgery in order to repair the damage that the shoe did on his body. Brittany, what is wrong with you? Oh, shit. You need help. To this day, I don't think he ever found out it was us and he apologized for having to take time off for the surgery. Brittany, this is some Joker type shit. Oh, God. Oh, God. You gotta know. You need to be aware of the fact that that's wrong. Mr. Davis, you poor thing. Okay, on with the show. Next. All right, thank God we made it to the last one. Dear Mr. Speaker of the Trees and part-time mayor of Whoville. Jesus Christ. Okay. It never gets old for you guys, does it? Okay. My name is Georgia, and I live in San Bernardino, California. This story takes place from when I was in 5th grade. During this year, we had one student in the class who was a severe problem child. There's always one. There's always one, and if you say there isn't one, either you're lying or it's you. He would make it his life's goal to either sleep through the entire class or make some insane disruptions and ruin it for everybody else. His name was Douglas. Our school had one day of the year where we would have a bunch of firefighters and police officers come to the school to give us a demonstration on how they put out fires. Why didn't they do this for me? I would have loved this. I would have eaten this up as a child. Little tiny Tyler with a fire hose in his hand, like, ah! I would have loved that. Toward the end of the presentation, they asked if there was someone in the class who wanted to try using the fire hose. Sick. It would have been me. Douglas pushed his way through the class and made sure it was him who got chosen. His job was to spray the fire hose in the direction of one of the trees that the firefighters had drawn a fake fire on. Cool. When Douglas was given the fire hose, he immediately spun around and sprayed it at the class. A real fire hose? He sprayed it at the class?
Eating a burger with no honey mustard.
The first person that got hit was our teacher. He got sprayed directly in the face. You would have thought the teacher got his head blown off. Oh God. I know I shouldn't be laughing. I know that. Everyone at home that just said you shouldn't be laughing, I know. But it's just you picture it. I'm gonna stop there. It turns out that the fire hose sprays with a force of 250 pounds. He was spraying other students in the class and they were literally getting blown back 5 to 10 feet. Damn. Once the firefighters got control of Douglas and took the hose away, we found out that the teacher got sprayed so hard in the eye that he went permanently blind. Douglas, buddy, what did you do? Douglas got kicked out of the school and I haven't heard anything from him since. Please put this in episode 38 and keep saving the trees. Okay, aside from that, what? Can you imagine washing your teacher just with a fire hose? Are you kidding me? He was permanently blind from this? Oh my God. I mean, you're quitting, obviously. You're not gonna keep doing it after that. You know, I fear that I would have been similar to Douglas on Fire Hose Day, but I don't think that I would have, you know, blinded my teacher. That's pretty bad. That's a horrible, terrible thing to do. Douglas, I hope you're better. I hope you found some type of help. Okay, so that was not fun at all. Per usual, you guys provided me with a variety of Vietnam flashbacks, so thank you for that. But you could be anywhere. You chose to be here. Isn't that crazy that you did that thing? That's a wild decision. If you want to be featured in episode 39, put your horror story into the comments of this video. I'm gonna read through all of them. I love seeing your comments in there and seeing where you guys are watching from. Whoops. Add that right now. Right now, add that into the comments. I wanna know where you're all watching from because it makes me so happy to see that we're global, Missa Worldwide. And something that I like to do is I like to shout out a subscriber who's been absolutely baller. So go subscribe to this person, say thank you to this person in the chat. I appreciate you guys. You guys are so dedicated and loyal, and it's ridiculous because these are mental. But yeah, I'll see you in episode 39 for God knows what reason. All right, go get mental help. See ya. Bye.